All right, everybody. So we're going to talk about the shooting that happened right in my driveway last night. All right, we're going to talk about the shooting that happened in my driveway. So let me tell you what happened. So let me give you a backstory on how this deer ended up in my driveway. So I'm going to give a backstory. So apparently, around midnight, some other car around the 1500 block of State Street hit a deer. And I guess the deer ran off or did something. All right. Well, my neighbor, his way home, runs the deer over and he drags it at least a half a mile. He drags this deer at least a half a mile under his car until he gets home to the driveway. And of course, then that's when I got a beat on my door. So there's a live video of me getting my door beat down, saying there's a deer in my driveway. So apparently, this deer got dragged. The deer got dragged a half a mile underneath a car. And when I went to go out to look at it, when I got the picture I just showed everybody, that deer is still alive in that picture. That's before the cops got there. So that picture it's on the thumbnail of the videos. That deer is still alive. It couldn't move. It could barely wobble its head. It could barely open its mouth. It couldn't make no noises. Poor thing. Poor thing got rolled up and crushed underneath and got dragged for a half a mile. So, anyways, my neighbor, when he realizes what happened, he calls the cops up and says he's got a deer problem. So the cops come over. All right. The cops see that we got a deer all. Now, my house and my neighbor's house is only 10 feet apart. Okay. Maybe 9 feet. Like our houses are really, really close together. Basically, if you were to pull a car into our driveway in between the houses, all right, you could barely open the door. It was a small car, all right. You could barely open the doors because you got the house on either side. All right. So there was a female officer who shot the deer. Now I understand you got to put the deer out of its misery, but is putting the deer out of misery more of a concern than the safety of the people who live in the houses right here? All right, because my bedroom there on the driveway side, the house next door, their kids' rooms are on the driveway side. What if that bullet ricocheted off the driveway? Was it such a safe thing to shoot in between two houses? Basically in the middle. You got 5 feet this way. That's if she's right in the middle. That's if you're right in the middle. You might got 5 feet on this side. You might got 5 feet on this side. Meanwhile, you better hope that bullet doesn't go nowhere. Who knows? That bullet could be lodged in one of my house or my neighbor's house right now. The police did come back today and were searching around the house. Now, what were they looking for? I bet you they were looking for the shell casing, and I bet you they were looking for the bullet. I bet you this is what they were looking for. So, I just wanted to give an update on what's going on with the deer situation. Just a random thing. Just a random thing that I happened on video. Now, it's not the best quality. It's the middle of the night, and they're in between the two houses. It's the best quality for last second trying to figure out what the heck's going on. Why, first off, the deer, I understand the deer out, okay? But there's other ways you can put a deer out without shooting a gun at midnight, two houses. All right. That was pretty unsafe. That's pretty unsafe. Pretty unsafe. Now, should the female officer lose her job? No, no, I don't think that should happen. I think what needs to happen is she takes some classes on safety. Listen, I'm a felon, people. I grew up hunting, and then I was in the military. All right, so I got trained with weapons. Now I can't have weapons no more because I committed a felony, and they took that right away. Now, if you watch this video, I'm in complete shock that this lady actually shot that deer between the two houses. I can't believe she made that decision. She made the decision to pull that trigger to ease the suffering of the deer. Meanwhile, putting at least 10 people in jeopardy that live in there's five that live in this house, and there's at least five, at least. So there might be a dozen. There might be a dozen people that she put in danger with a ricochet. Now, that video, let's see how many views it has. Let's go check out how many views. Now, most of these views are low because News Junkie put it on their police blotter. So they shared my video on the police blotter. So this video has had a lot of views. So let's go to my YouTube studio. It'll give me the real-time view. Give me the real-time views. I'm almost to 1,000. All right. It says I got 822, but right now it's on. If you go to the video, it's only showing 778. So if you guys want to see that, the views, and then and what's good about this video is that most of this is local views. Most of this is local, which is good. Really love it when my. It's one thing to make a video and it goes viral nationwide or whatever, but to make a video and it goes viral, I love that. I love it when my videos make it locally. You know, it's one thing to say something here, then people all it's like, oh, okay, cool. But when all those people are watching around here, I like that. Now, I feel sorry for the deer. No, the lady shoots the deer. The lady officer, she shoots the deer. Minutes later, the city comes by with a pickup truck, and now I didn't watch the whole thing. I just seen out the window that the city had a pickup truck. It doesn't take much to realize that they're gonna throw that deer in the back of the pickup truck and take it wherever. So that's what happened tonight in my driveway last night during one of my lives. That happened during one of my lives. So if you go back to Detective Donahue Part 3, if you go to Detective Donahue Part 3, you'll hear when I get a knock at the door, and this woman is panicking and saying, "Whoa, we got a dead deer." Well, she thought it was dead at first, but it was when you get out there, it was mangled, man. You can tell it was crunched up. Yeah, and plus it was dragged for a half a. Yeah, so yeah, I wanted to make a deer. Everybody was deer update. So yeah, so the about a half a mile from here is where the deer originally got their car. And the deer, I don't know if it ran off and lay down in the road or whatever it did, but my neighbor come driving along and under your car, I do not know. But he dragged this thing like a half a mile, and then he parked in the driveway. And then, of course, if you watch my live, that's when I get a bang on the door saying, "Hey, there's a deer in the driveway." And then, of course, I make my update. I posted the video. But I tell you what, when I was watching, because I spent my video is only 51 seconds, but I stood outside watching what the hell was going on, and I thought to myself, are they really going to shoot this deer right there? I'm like, are they really going to shoot this deer in between two houses? Like, no. I understand cops are allowed to use their weapons if they're in fear for their lives, right? So If she was out there with a criminal and the criminal was coming and she had to shoot him, there's nothing you can really say about safety, officers. But here's the whole thing: she chose the mercy of the deer. So my brother, hey Jay, hey buddy, what's up, little brother? My little brother's coming in. Hey, what's up, Jay? He says, when is live feed? Well, it's right now. My next live feed's right now, but that sounds like you might want to join in later. I don't know, man. Just text me. Just text me. I never know, Jason, when I go live. I just whenever I feel like it, I just go live. So it doesn't really matter. But if there's something you want to do or tune in later, just text me and I'll let you know, man. So everybody knows, Jason is my little brother, and I'm glad to see my little brother come over to the chat. So anyway, let's get back to the deer situation. So I was shocked twice. Shocked at the fact that the shock wave from the. Did you see how the camera shaked? All right, that was the shock. I did not expect it to be that loud. I did not expect it. Oh, Jason, I don't have a schedule. No, Jason, I don't have a schedule for my live. I just go live whenever. But if you want, just text me. If you're interested in finding out whenever, just text you. All right. If you want, Jason, I'll text you before I go live, so this way you can know. Unless you block my number, I don't know if you block my number. But I don't have a schedule, man. I just make sure you hit the bell notification. So everybody hit the bell notification. So let's get back to the deer story. So I was shocked at how loud it was so dark where she was in an alley, and I was looking through my phone the whole time that I couldn't tell. I really thought she was going to use her pistol. Honest with you, that thing was so loud that I think it could have been one of those rifles. She could have used a rifle, one of those cop rifles. Now I have no idea, but I'm telling you what, I was absolutely shockwave hit me. That shockwave hit me when she pulled that trigger. All right, I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow. I thought it was just going to be a handgun. Now, it could have been a handgun. Absolutely. I have no idea. I was looking through my phone, so I really couldn't tell what the officer shot that deer with. But I was so amazed. Here I am, a felon that I haven't had guns for a long time, for many, many, many years. I haven't had any guns. Right? And now they tell me I can't have any, right? They're telling me I can't have any. Meanwhile, somebody who's supposed to have training in weapons fires unnecessarily in between two houses. Huh. Maybe I should teach a gun safety class. How about that? How about that? Hey, City of Watertown, I'll teach a gun safety class. How about that? All right. All right. We'll teach, I'll come down there and be a speaker. All right. You set it up, City of Watertown, and I'll come down there and be a guest speaker. All right. And talk about some gun safety. And maybe I can earn my rights back, because I'll be honest with you, folks. I miss going deer hunting. I miss it. I miss going deer hunting. But guess what? They took my guns away. They took my guns away. Oh well. Oh well, what are you gonna do about it? Nothing, right? 50 cal. Wow, man, you can reach out and touch something, bro. 50 cal. Reach out and touch something with a 50 cal. So the city of Watertown, listen. So, city of Watertown. The city of Watertown's coming at me for being saying I'm being unsafe and everybody's worried about me and being dangerous, right? Meanwhile, the city doesn't even know how to properly discharge a firearm. So, you know what, city of Watertown, we should give all the cops whistles. All right, we should go back to giving all the cops whistles and little bobby sticks. All right, no more guns for the cops. You know, you guys are reckless, reckless. I couldn't believe that this lady shot this deer. Two houses like that. Like, it didn't cross your mind for a half a second that, oh, maybe I shouldn't shoot this gun. Up is midnight, and then on second, you're right in between two houses. I mean, come on. I mean, no. Should the lady lose her job? No, no. I don't believe that this lady should lose her job. But does she need some training? Does she need some gun safety classes? Yeah, lady, you need some safety classes. But listen, I do not want you to lose your job over it. I mean, because you know, people make mistakes. I'm not, whatever. But that's a safe thing, lady. To officer lady. That's what, because I don't know who the lady's name was, so I'll just call her officer lady. So officer lady, I think it was very unsafe of you to shoot that gun the way you did. Now you did tell me to get back, and I did. I got back a little bit. You know what I mean? But I was out there knowing that you shouldn't be pulling that trigger. And I was just gonna watch it. I was just gonna watch you make an unsafe decision. You guys don't want to listen to me anyway. I've been telling the cops about stuff all the time about the flat earth stuff, right? You guys hate me down there. And you know what? You probably hate me for that video. Okay? But I was just there. I was just there being an observer. I was just observing the city of Watertown operating. Anyways, people, this is just a deer update. And Jason, I'll go live later if my brother's still listening. I'll text you before live if you want to tune in. But I figured I'd give a deer update. And guess what? I'll give my opinion on what I just said. So, yes, what I just said was my opinion. I do not believe she should lose her job, but I do believe that there's training in her near future. That's what I would. I mean, really. I mean, training. Come on, people. You're gonna make mistakes. All right. All right. So you're gonna make mistakes now. Should it cost you a career and all that type of stuff? How people want to put that it affects you financially. All right. It's not innovation. So should this lady lose her job? No. Mm-mm. Now, should she have to take some classes? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Take some classes and you know, all right, because I think anybody who grew up with a rifle in their rifle or shot, they're pretty aware about shooting close to a home. Like that's one thing that's drilled into us. Now, Miss Officer Lady, if it was a criminal and your life was in danger, then there's no way that anybody could come against it and say it was an unsafe act. But guess what? We're talking about a deer that was on death's doorstep to put about 12 people's life in danger. All right. Don't I'm not including I'm not including myself. I put myself outside and I backed away. All right. And I put myself out there. So I'm not talking about my danger because I was fully aware of the situation that was going on. All right. But for you to put everybody else's life in danger, pulling that trigger in between two houses, not Zeppo. Zeppo, you get to be a moderator over that one. You got you're now a moderator, Zeppo. That's cool, man. I like that, man. I like what you just said, Zep. I just made you a moderator. Yep. Here. Yep. So they came in. I'm a felon, right? For an unrelated firearm charge, for unrelated, right? So they take my guns away, right? And say, "Oh, you're unsafe. You can't have your gun again in your whole life." All right. Um, you can never have your guns again in your whole life. Here, I love hunting. I love the outdoors. All right. And but ever since then, no, I've been thinking about getting a bow. Sure, getting a bow. What? There's no reason to take my rifles away. There ain't no reason to take my shotgun away. You're taking away from me to feed myself. All right, you're taking away because I'm telling you, I used to have a lot of meat in the freezer when I did get something, and then of course everybody knows you go hunting, and you don't get something. Like my brother, the last time I went with my brother, I think it was the only time I went with my brother. We didn't get nothing. We seen a big old 8 point come out. Seen a big old 8 point. But I couldn't get my gun up in time. The deer already spotted me, and I couldn't get my rifle up in time, and it took off. Yeah. So yeah, my brother kind of. Yeah, we never got that one. We never got that deer that day, Jay. Did we? No. That deer looked right at me, didn't he? Right. That deer comes right. The deer was only probably 40 feet from us. And he comes right out and he looks right at me, bro. And I had my gun in my lap, this, and as soon as I went like this, the turn towards the man, she was gone, man. My brother, I look over at my brother. My brother had to meet, man, you let him get away. You let it. My brother's like, you let him get away. I'm like, he spotted me. What am I supposed to do, man? Like, he come right spotted me right away. I mean, I don't know. So it was that guy's lucky day. So. But I remember feeling disappointed that I took my brother hunting and we didn't get a deer. But we seen that buck we seen was beautiful. That was a big old mountain. That was a nice little 8 point. But he got away that day. But there's been other times. How many years has it been? Oh, I'm pretty sure it's within statutes. Yes, I used to get deer without tagging them. That though, you're talking way back in my early 20s when I used to do that. So I don't even know. But I have gotten deer without legally filling out a tag. Cause why? Gotta put meat in the freezer, man. So anyway, everybody, I just wanted to do a deer update on what the heck happened out here, and my opinion. So, all right, guys, thanks for tuning in.